Grain ethanol manufacturers require double pricing of corn and rice raw materials. Grain-based ethanol manufacturers have demanded that the center follow dual pricing for the products made from maize and rice due to difference in realization, potentially helping the government's crop diversification plan. Similar to the sugarcane-based ethanol plants, the government should have differential pricing for all grain-based plants and additional incentives for those who use maize, said an industry official. The recovery rate from maize to ethanol is 385 litres per tonne, whereas it is about 440 litres per tonne in case of rice, the official said. Oil marketing companies are offering to buy at 52.90 Indian rupees per litre from grain-based ethanol plants, whereas they buy in 3 price bands from sugar mills, said owner of an ethanol plant. The government should offer to buy at 55 Indian rupees per litre from those who are using maize as feedstock, he said. The ex-mill price of ethanol fixed by the government for C-heavy molasses is 46.66 Indian rupees per litre. For B-heavy molasses, it is 59.08 Indian rupees per litre, and 63.45 rupees per litre for sugarcane juice. The sugar syrup for ethanol supply year 2021 to 22. The GST and transportation costs are also reimbursed to the suppliers of ethanol. So far, 196 projects, with a combined capacity to annually produce 859.11 crore litres of ethanol from grains like rice and maize have been approved by Union Food Ministry since January 2021. Currently, the country has 116 grain-based ethanol plants, with an installed capacity of 268 crore litres. The government has also authorised OMCs to decide the pricing for second-generation ethanol, and they are also setting up such biorefineries at different places: Panipat in Haryana, Bathinda in Punjab, Bargarh in Odisha, New Malaga in Assam and Davangere in Karnataka. During last ESY, 49,233 tons of rice were lifted by manufacturers from the Food Corporation of India for production of 2.17 crore litres of ethanol. In current ESY 2021 to 22, about 11,000 tons of rice have been lifted so far against the total allocation of 458,817 tons. On December 30, 2020, the Cabinet had approved an interest subvention scheme to set up grain-based distilleries, or expansion of existing plants, to produce ethanol. But the benefit of the scheme was limited to only standalone distilleries, which use dry milling process. New dual-feed distilleries or expand of existing dual-feed plants, as well as for converting from single-feed to dual-feed, were also allowed to avail credit under the scheme. The government bears interest subvention for 5 years, including 1-year moratorium against the loan availed from banks, at 6% or 50% of the rate of interest charged by banks, whichever is lower. Interest subvention is available to only those distilleries which agree to supply at least 75% of their ethanol production to oil marketing companies for the ethanol blending program. The EBP has already reached 8.4% since April and may achieve the 10% target by March 31, industry officials said. The government aims to scale up the EBP to 20% by 2024 to 25.